Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talkers, where I talk about visa, but I also talk about market and finance, which is my specialty. I've been writing business plans since the year 2000, and I've been profiled in Fortune magazine, acquired by Time, CNN Money. So basically, what I'll say is on January 7, 2008, I issued an order for the remake of US market. Basically, 5 words: help me remake US market. It was to SVP of UBS. At that point, I was 27 years, 14 days. At that, it's 41, code for Switzerland. And it went to Swiss Bank, UBS. And that year, starting in March, they started recreating the US market. Bears and Stearns got acquired. Then Merrill Lynch by Bank of America. Bank of America was also in talks to acquire Lehman Brothers, LB like pound sterling, the British currency. But it did not, and then Lehman Brothers fell on 9/15, which is my ex, who I married that year. I remarried. I was married on paper to some Kimberly Whitlow, but I never consummated and I never filed any green card paperwork, although she was a citizen of US. She is. So I remarried on July 2nd, 2008, Las Vegas jackpot. And then, her birthday is 15th September, and if you continue July, it becomes 777. My son was also born in 2007, 20th August, like 2008 that year. And so if you add 2008 and 107 for January 7th, it's 2115, which is 9:15. 21 is 9 p.m. So exactly on that day, the Dow went down, per the name, Dow, down by 777 points exactly. And then there was another market shake, and then the US government decided to bail out using ARA for 787 billion. So they bailed out companies like General Motors, Daimler Chrysler got bailed out by Chrysler got acquired by Daimler Benz, majority stake of Germany. New York Stock Exchange also fell to Deutsche Börse in 2010 for $10 billion only $10 billion. And 10 is octo, like 8 in Roman. And then Washington Mutual got acquired by Chase, the largest bank. JP Morgan Chase Manhattan USA is its main name. They dropped the Manhattan part. So New York City, which is all about stock market and finance, and bulls rather than bears of California. And Countrywide Financial actually went bankrupt. So there was this major mortgage scandal, subprime lending and risky lending to poor lower middle class people who didn't have the money to justify the huge mortgage payments for those homes that they got from Countrywide Financial. So Countrywide Financial ceased to exist. And Chorus Steel got acquired by Ratan Tata from my hometown Tata Group, which has about 100 companies. Jaguar Land Rover also got acquired. In fact, my first date, Celeste Michelle Roberts, my first mate also, drove me in a Jaguar car to international business conference at Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco. So Jaguar Land Rover, and I had repossessed a Land Rover for some time, and then I decided to give it back to that mechanic store owner who was cheating me. I had written a $10,000 check when he was faking tears that he didn't have money to pay his employees. I wrote a $10,000 check, but he didn't deliver the 4 cars that he promised, including like a Toyota SUV. And the Mitsubishi that he gave, its gear came off and he took it back. And he gave me faulty Chrysler, which I had to get rid for only over $1,000 instead of $4,000 plus. And I spent on its brake. So basically, okay, so how many companies got acquired or went under? I named them. And then countries like Ireland, Greece, Iceland, Dubai also got bailed, and the market of China linked to US, which sells pretty much all goods in Walmart, Target, etc. All middle class and lower middle class and poor goods, they buy from these stores like Walmart. The richest family is Sam Walton's, Alice Walton's family. Alice like Alicia. If you go for Spanish, you can decode Alicia like CIA, Central Intelligence and Financials, and Sam like Uncle Sam. So basically, all goods in Sam Walton store are pretty much made in China, and China holds the most U.S. Treasury bills, like $6 trillion plus, and FX also, foreign exchange. So, and it plows back most of it, a good bit of it, in U.S. and then buys stuff from it, like software mainly for the hardware that it sells back, like laptops and phones. But so China, Germany, India also, got bailed in. In fact, Barclays did not, at last minute, it decided not just on 9/14 to 9/15 early morning, like 1 a.m. They said they will not bail out LB, like pound sterling. And, at that point, the president was 43rd George, like King George or George Washington, who actually fought with the US for independence from King George. 44 was fighting for election, Obama and Joe Biden, and then they came to power. So, guys, you can understand the scope. And LSPAP is the UBS's VP, like Elizabeth, and EP, and Elon Musk is the richest person, like 270 billion or more. He owns 4 companies. He's the PayPal mafia guy that is into pretty much every Silicon Valley company. Any company, there's PayPal. Like Palestine, where Palestine got renamed to Israel partially, and then there is, that's the Holy Land supposedly, Jerusalem and Tel Aviv and Ramallah. So it's a disputed territory, Gaza and West Bank. Israel tries to control it mostly. It does. By force. So the Jews, the Muslims and the Christians, the Abrahamic faith. And so PayPal Mafia, he owns SolarCity, SpaceX and Tesla, the electric car. And why he is into electric, Muslim countries have a problem with Israel, and Israel with Muslim countries, and Muslim countries have oil. So he doesn't want to use oil. Oil, OI, again, that's my ex birthday, 15th September. Actually, I had 2 passports, A159 that got water damaged and never got used except for a TOEFL and SAT1 and SAT2 tests. And then B159 is the one I traveled on. So OIL is 159. The plan that I'm using internet is also Jio from Ambani's Reliance, the richest family, Mukesh, in India. So anyways, guys, that's the market